Well, Shoes was also an interesting character for me on Hear Me Move. Um, Looking at most of the characters that you've played, fairly so being in this country, have been black stories and black roles, you know. Shoes, Hear Me Move number one was also a move that everybody was looking forward to because it was like, hey, it's a film, it's going to be this. How was that experience for you? Because Shoes is more, well, maybe, yeah. How was your experience? I will tell you my experience of him because I also have, I probably could write a little pieces on the characters you've played because I followed a bit of the work. And I've also been interested in how you use the language because most of your work you are speaking in Sesotho. But I've been interested in seeing how you use variations in different characters. And Shoes for me was more streetwise, you know. And maybe in comparison with Tabang, because Tabang was hood because he's a guy from living with these guys from Yizo in the hotel, in the hostel and all of that. But he was an academic. He speaks very, you know, his thoughts are connected. They are well thought through. Well, with Shoes, on the other hand, I feel like it's let's get the job done, let's get this moving. And obviously he's a lot more younger character than your recent characters on the River Reggie and Tulele. But what was your experience of playing him?
Yeah, it was an interesting one because it took me a while to find that one. It was a struggle actually, because there was dance, spanzola. There's an expectation, but again, I think oneself is the biggest repository. So what it is that what I mean is that Spanzola infiltrated everywhere. So in Lesotho, in Roma, there were guys who were amazing at it. Spanzo. And then Mabari. And then there were Nalma hippie, and they were like, different, and they would dress so, with 16 bottom, more turn-ups, and, hairstyles, and yeah. So that was there. And then he was from Soweto. So Soweto, in its nature, is multicultural.
Yes.
Yeah. So my history growing up in Lesotho is like I can't deny it.
Yes.
So I have to bring it.
Yeah.
To as I say, to center the character, but I have to be aware of where the character is, who is he, and so I have a friend who we grew up together. Once he got to Joburg, he shed his Sesotho-ness, and he. And the language changed.
Yes.
And there are people who are like that. So I was bored. I like border. I like the border. So that it keeps people interested. Once they can figure you out quickly, there's nothing more to work. So I like that idea of always working with an audience. So with him, it was difficult. It was difficult because I think the clarity was there, but it wasn't really there. And then that world was very foreign to me. We didn't have dance crews when I was growing up and all of that. And so that culture was, but then it helped that I was older than the others.
Yes.
So a lot of my story was backstory and memory.
Yeah.
And so and with projects, time is important. And I think a lot of South African work is not given its time.
Yeah.
So you can only scrape so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.